call this the call for AI. One is bad data is a really big deal. And I have found as a statistician, I spend most of my time when I'm analyzing data is not in the analysis. It's actually getting the data in a format for the analysis, especially when I'm looking at data coming from what I would call observational process data coming from different data sources, databases, comes in all kinds of different formats, usually not in a way I can analyze it. So I have to take my data and spend a fair amount of time cleaning it. The poor data quality costs organizations, according to Gartner, at least $12.9 million a year. So it's a huge cost to us, but we're going to look at some ways. There's a lot of ways that we can actually use AI to help us with this, whether it's through finding anomalies that we need to fix and detecting them in very large data sets, or just in automating that data cleanup. So, and that's where I see a lot of value, and apparently you guys do too. Recalls are costly. So one of the things that came up was, detecting defects faster and doing root cause analysis. The recalls, did you know, I was astounded by this, but 73% of manufacturers have experienced a product recall in the last 5 years. Those can easily cost 99.9 million in the US alone. I mean, that's just a huge number in terms of how much these recalls cost. If we can detect these problems before they go out the door, think of the savings. And what's really important then is how can we use AI to maybe help us detect this stuff before it goes out the door? So again, it's going back to the root cause analysis and defect detection. We know that leaders in the world of AI do have an edge. There's the World Economic Forum has something called lighthouse sites. It's where they actually do a fair amount of research and metrics around which companies are what we call lighthouses, best in class. And it turns out that they are seeing just tremendous improvements on the result of, or through the analytics and AI they're doing. And so that's research from McKinsey, meaning, we're seeing improvements in conversion costs, we're seeing improvements in cycle times, we're seeing improvements in defect rates. And these are substantial, significant improvements for these sites that are kind of leading the way. So, let's look at how you can become one of those lighthouse sites, right? Lead the way in terms of how you can improve the quality in your organization.